And hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of HTL Baseball. On the game calendar, we are now up to April 23rd, so everybody will be playing their 16th game. And I apologize for being away for a few days. Had the Grand Slam Wrestling project that I was finishing up on that took a lot of my attention. And then yesterday was July 4th, and we'll be coming back having a game for you today. We'll not have a game tomorrow because right now at 4 o'clock Eastern on July 5th, it's looking like I'm going to get very close to what is now Tropical Storm Elsa. So if you're watching this on July 5th, say a prayer. We should be able to get through it okay. Tampa is the area where we're always the bridesmaid when it comes to hurricanes and never the bride, and that's a very, very good thing. We've been very, very fortunate over the years with hurricanes, and this is just going to be another close encounter. It appears right now as I record this. So you didn't want to hear me talk about hurricanes? Let's get you to the games of April 21st, and everybody had a day off, and then everybody will be playing April 21st. Our game today is going to be Arizona and San Diego. I wanted to get Kansas City in, but I forgot. I already went by the AL Midwest Division, and now I got to go back to the NL West and the AL West. My goal the next few games is to try to get the teams that we haven't seen yet already get you to see those games, and then it's just going to be follow the leader the rest of this 144 game season. So on the 21st of April, this is what happened in the rest of the games. You saw Colorado and San Francisco, and we'll remind you of that in a moment. The Rays over Cleveland 7-1, a great performance from Jake Weimer over Bob Feller. Feller, a power pitcher, so the Rays ran on him all day, and John McGraw went 3 for 3 and a homer, inside the park home run, and stole 3 bases. It was the Red Sox 6-2 over Chicago's White Sox. Cy Young 1-3, Goose Gossage 0-1, and Wade Boggs went 2 for 4. The Yankees over the Tigers 10-6. Quinn 3-1 over Larry 1-2. Guillen went 2 for 3 and a homer and 2 RBIs. The Yankees 9-6 now. So they're tied with Tampa Bay on top of the lead in the American League East Division, with Baltimore 1 back and Boston 2 back. But it's early yet. Baltimore 5-4 over the Blue Jays. Russi 4-0 on the year over Waring, who is now 1-3. Lean went 2 for 4, a homer, his third. In the Battle of Texas, one of 2 battles of Texas during the season, because Texas and Houston are in separate divisions in this 32-team HTBL. Wagner over Welch. Wagner 1-1. Welch 1-3 on the year. Jennings went 2 for 4. The Astros over the Rangers 5-4. The Pirates over the Marlins 9-4. Veal 2-0. Powell 0-4. Grantham 3 for 4, a homer, and 3 ribbies. Philadelphia over the Braves 5-3. The Braves have gotten off to a bad start, going 4-11, and the Phillies 11-4. Alexander 4-0. Necro 1-3. Ralph Garr for the Braves 4 for 4. 2 triples and a stolen base. In the battle of once and future Montreal Expos franchises, it was the Nats over the Expos 2-1 in 10. Kilroy 2-2 over Morris 0-4. Schneiderdom 1 for 1, a homer, his third. The Reds goosed the Mets 5-0. Rixey goes 3-1. Jerry Koosman 1-2. Robinson 2 for 4, a homer, and that was his third. The Mariners over the Browns 7-2. We saw these 2 teams play a couple of episodes ago. Langston over Bobo Newsom. Williams went 2 for 4, 2 home runs, 2 RBIs. The Twins blanked the Angels 1-0. Hecker over Tanana. They're each 2-2. Herman 3 for 4. It was the A's over the Royals, 9-6. It was Keefe over Spahn. Sal Bando, 2 for 3 and a double. Sorry, folks, had something stuck in my teeth. The Dodgers over the Cubs, 6-3 at Wrigley. Drysdale 3-1. Fergie Jenkins 1-2. Maury Wills 4 for 5. And the stolen base. In a slugfest, it was the Brewers 13-11 over the Diamondbacks, who we're about to see. Long over Worley. Berger went 3 for 5, 2 homers to get to 8 home runs on the season. He had 6 RBIs. Speaking of the other team we're about to see, the Padres, it was the Cardinals goosing them 10-0. Crothers 3-0, Chesborough 3-1, Ducky Medwick 3 for 5, a homer and 4 ribbies. In the game you saw last, Colorado over the Giants 7-5, Radbourne over Perry. Frank Howard went 3 for 3, and Colorado went wild on bases. I think they stole I think it was 9 bases they stole because they put Giants put Rich Aurelia in at catcher after Tom Haller was ejected instead of putting in Dick Dietz, who was the DH. So Colorado now 10-5, and Colorado is 9-6, and San Francisco is 10-5, which brings us to our next game. So this episode's devolving into an episode of Unsolved Mysteries here. When you saw me open up the game the first time, it had Arizona as the home team and San Diego as the away team. After I made a couple of adjustments to it, I looked at Arizona's roster, and I had a limit issue with Arizona, which I fixed, that you just saw. Arizona's now the road team, and San Diego is now the home team. I stopped tape, I looked at the schedules, and yes, San Diego is scheduled to host Arizona in 4 series. That is accurate. So the first time I drew up this game, it had it inaccurately having Arizona as the home team. It's screwy. So we're just going to play on. And as opposed to having San Diego be the away team and me controlling Arizona, I will be controlling San Diego. I know it's confusing, but that just happened, and I just documented it right here for you all. And we're going to play this game, try to get it over with, and maybe somebody at Dave Koch Sports will see it and take mercy on me and explain what happened. But the way I look at it, and I looked at the schedule through team reports, that would be correct for Arizona to be playing at San Diego, and then they come in 3 more times because in the divisional play, they each play each other 24 times. So it would be 4 trips, 3 games each. And if you want to be quizzed on that later, and if you pass it, I will salute you forevermore on this very channel. So let's get the game started. Silver King's going to be the starter for San Diego.
Silver King,
who was a 19th century player. And you're going to see a lot of these 19th century players spread out all over the hometown baseball league. We will play on with this project, as much as it pains me sometimes. So we're at Petco Park in beautiful San Diego. Skies are threatening, which would be unusual for April in San Diego. 65 degrees, a very brisk, not a brisk, but a very, very light wind, 1 mile an hour left to right to left. And the lineup for Arizona is Jackie Jensen leading off, batting in right field, I should say. This has got me all confused. Womack at second is the number 2 hitter. Gonzalez at left is third. Tracy at first bats fourth. Whitney in third base bats fifth. Drew at shortstop bats sixth. Montero, we saw hit the home run and was a hero for the Diamondbacks in the game we had of them last, is the catcher. I believe that is Quentin McCracken at DH. Young is in center. John Clarkson will start. His estimated pitch count 150 for San Diego. See, I'm all confused. Richards in left field is a 6 and a 7. That means he has a 6 range and a 7 arm. Earl Averill was taken in the draft, a 6 and a 5 in center. Tony Gwynn is a 7 and a 5 in right. Headley a 7 at third. George Davis an 8 at shortstop, can play several positions and can also pitch. Veras is a 5 at second. Gonzalez is a 9 at first. Santiago an 8 with a 6 arm, and Silver King is a 5 at the mound. Jackie Jensen stepping in, 323 on the year, 1 homer, 3 RBIs. And this is hit to center. Averill going back, makes the play at the wall. He has been injured. But he will stay in the game. He hit that wall hard in center field. So Tony Womack, the number 2 hitter, 350 on the year, a homer, and 6 RBI. And it's a bunt, which I was not expecting, and Womack's going to get in there safely with an infield hit. Luis Gonzalez, the left fielder, as opposed to Luis Gonzalez, who's on their roster, who plays second. Yes, there are two Luis Gonzalez's, and I went through all of that earlier. A 283, 3 homers, and 12 RBI. Smoke to right, but right to Gwynn for the second out. Chad Tracy, 308 on the year. He has had 26 at-bats, 2 homers, and 6 RBIs. To third, Headley. To Gonzalez. Side retired. So
Pitching for Arizona, John Clarkson.
Arizona will go quietly in the first and will go to the bottom of the first with the Padres going to bat for the first time. No score. The lineups for San Diego. Davis at short is the leadoff man. Gwynn in right bats second. Richards in left bats third. Averill is your center fielder batting fourth. Gonzalez is at first base batting fifth. Julio Veras is your shortstop batting sixth. Benito Santiago is your catcher batting seventh. Headley at third bats eighth. Clark is the DH batting ninth. King pitches, and he needed 13 pitches to get out of the first inning. His expected pitch count is 140. Did I say piss? I didn't mean it, folks. We'll go through the defensive lineup for Arizona. Luis Gonzalez, a 6 and a 4 in left. Young, a 9 and a 5 in center. He can play any outfield position. Jackie Jensen, is an 8 and an 8 in right. Whitney is a 9 at third. Stephen Drew, a 6 in short. He was acquired in the draft, obviously. Womack is a 6 at second base, but he's a good utility guy. He could play any position. He could play 5 different positions. Middle infielder or any of the outfield positions. Tracy, already moving into bunt position, is a 5 at first. Behind the bag, Miguel Montero, a 6 and a 4. He could also pitch. Imagine he probably had to fill in and pitch on occasion. And John Clarkson is a 3 for Arizona. Range at pitcher. So Davis leads off. He's a 10. And Arizona's playing him the bunt, which means you don't bunt. Davis skies this one to left, and Gonzalez retires him. 1 out. The ever-dangerous Tony Gwynn. Right field for the Padres. He bats second. So far in the year, 227. By the way, Davis is now 174. As we forgot to give you his statistics. Why would you bunt when the other team expects you to bunt? I don't understand that. Slow grounder, and Tracy is going to pick it up and beat Gwynn to the bag for the second out. Gene Richards, also a 10 bunter, but they're not expecting him to bunt, and why would he with 2 outs? Only 5 at-bats on the season, and he is 0 for 5. Whitney makes him 0 for 6 as that throw to Tracy retires him. 5-3. We've played an inning, no score. So Silver King, now with 13 pitches on his docket, works Pinky Whitney. 255 on the year, no homers and 4 RBI. Hit well to left. Richards going back. And it is gone. A home run for Pinky Whitney for Arizona, and Arizona takes the 1-0 lead. It is Stephen Drew now up for the Diamondbacks. He's 121 on the year. He's had 58 at-bats, 1 homer and 3 RBI. Grounder, Headley, Gonzalez, 1 out. So Pinky Whitney, the third baseman, gets Arizona on the board. Montero, who we did see hit a home run earlier this season, a 188 average, 2 homers and 7 ribbies. Up the middle, King to Gonzalez for the second out. Gonzalez has been very busy making putouts so far in this game. Quinton McCracken, who was on the 1998 expansion Tampa Bay Devil Rays squad, a 154 average and 1 RBI. That's a ball 4, and McCracken aboard. That'll bring up Chris Young. Young, the number 9 hitter. 137, 3 homers and 6 RBI. He struck out. And the side retired for Arizona in the second. We've played an inning and a half. No, it's not no score. It's 1-0 with the Whitney home run. Earl Averill now up for San Diego, 185, 1 homer, and 9 RBIs. He is the 4-hitter, with Gonzalez and Veras to follow. Up the middle, great play by Womack, and they get Averill at first base on a dazzling 4-3 putout, and there's one gone. Adrian Gonzalez, 169 on the year, 4 homers and 6 RBI. Grounder to second. Womack, second verse, same as the first, 2 outs. Culvio Barris, who was on the expansion Florida Marlins, if I recall correctly, 154 on the year, but nary a homer or an RBI. He is 8 for 52 this season. Skies it to right. Jensen coming in, makes the putout. So the side retired for San Diego in inning number 2. We've played 2, 1-0 Diamondbacks. Jackie Jensen back up for his second crack at it. 0 for 1 so far today. That's ball 4. And Jensen takes his base. Bringing up Tony Womack, 1 for 1. That's grounded to right field for a base hit, and everybody moves up the base. Jensen at second. Womack at third. Actually, Jensen's going to go for third. I'm not going to go for anything here. Infield will play halfway with nobody out. Try to stop the big inning here. If we can get a play at the plate, we can. For Luis Gonzalez, who is now 0 for 1. Hammered to right center. Gwynn on his horse makes the putout. And the run will score. It's 2-0 now in favor of the D-backs. So give Gonzalez a sac fly and an RBI. That brings up Tracy. Chad Tracy now 0 for 1 today. Up the middle. Davis, short toss to Veras over the first double play. So Arizona picking up another run in their third. We will go to the bottom of the third with the score 2-0. Benito Santiago. He is, so far on the year, 241. Clarkson's at 23 pitches, and he has gotten the first 6 men out in order. See what happens here. That's a strikeout. I have not given you the statistics on the pitchers, so we'll just do it as it lays right now. Counting that strikeout, Clarkson is 357, 0-1 on the year, 22 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 22 hits, has struck out and walked 10 each. Chase Headley, 200 on the year. This is his 21st at bat. Hits it well to right, and Jensen with a great play right by the wall in right field. Hang a star on that one, as Jerry Coleman would say, who was a longtime Padres announcer. Phil Clark is your DH for San Diego. He hits .357, no homers, and 2 RBIs so far this year. Grounder to third. Great play by Whitney to get the ball over to Tracy for the third out, and the side is retired. We've played 3. It is now 2-0 in favor of Arizona. I think that was Mark Lindsay who did that song back in the 70s. So Silver King, counting the 3 innings he has worked so far today, he's 283, 1-1, 28 2/3 innings pitched. He's given up 25 hits, 2 homers, 8 walks, and has 13 Ks. Pinky Whitney, who hit the home run in his last at-bat, is 1 for 1, obviously. And now he's 2 for 2. This goes all the way to wall, and Whitney is in at third with a triple. So he's got the 2 hardest parts of the cycle. We'll see if he can keep it up. Back to Stephen Drew, who is 0 for 1 on the day. Infield will again play halfway. We'll try to get a play at the plate if Whitney feels a little frisky. Skied to right, this should bring in the run. Gwynn has it. And yes, the runner will score. That was hit deep enough to where San Diego had no shot at it. And Arizona again picking up an ace in the 4th to go along with their 1-run innings in innings 2 and 3, and it's 3-0. Montero 0 for 1, King dealing. That's to center field, a little left of center for a base hit, and Montero is aboard. King is now at 68 pitches. He's had a rough go of it so far in this game. That brings up McCracken, who does not have an official at bat yet because he walked in inning number 2. Gonzalez, unassisted. Moving Montero to second base. Now there are 2 outs for Chris Young, who hits 135, 0 for 1. Sky to left. Richards. This has enough carry, and it is a goner. Young with the home run. It's 5-0 now in favor of Arizona. And if you're San Diego management, which would be me, when do you take Silver King out? He's at 75 pitches, and he'll work the Jackie Jensen. He skies this to right. Gwynn with a nice play in right field, and the side is retired. Let's take a look at that bullpen for San Diego. Who do we have that can go a while? Lefferts, Anderson, Hamilton. I got some guys who could go a little bit of distance here, and we'll worry about that if King gets in any more trouble. So Arizona picks up 3, and it's 5-0 Diamondbacks. 9 up and 9 down for John Clarkson. He's at 36 pitches. Davis is 0 for 1. Up the middle, Womack, Tracy, 1 out. Tony Gwynn, he's 0 for 1. Hitting well under his usual high standards of batting average. He usually would hit 353. Right now he's hitting 224. Grounder to second. Womack again to Tracy. 11 up, 11 down for Clarkson. No, I'm not suggesting anything. I'm just keeping track of the number retired in a row here. Gene Richards is 0 for 1. And there goes the streak of consecutive outs as Richard takes his base at first base. Averill is 0 for 1. First a pickoff move. Richards back in time. He's a good threat to steal here. And Averill takes his base on a walk, so there'll be runners at first and second now. For Gonzalez, Adrian is 0 for 1 so far today. Skied to left center. Gonzalez with the putout. So 2 walks but no hits for San Diego in the 4th. We have played 4, 5-0 Arizona. If King gets into any more trouble, I'm probably going to take him out. Save your 140 pitches for another day, my friend. Tony Womack is 2 for 2. Grounded to short. A poor play, and Womack will get on base. And they will rule that a hit. Infield hit and not an error on Davis. That was not the pitcher's fault, so we're going to stick with him here a little longer. Luis Gonzalez 0 for 1. See if he will join the scoring party here for Arizona. It's Veras, and he muffs it. And that's clearly an error. And San Diego committing their first error of the game. That brings up Chad Tracy. Tracy is now 0 for 2. Hit to the second baseman, Veras. He will go to first and get the out there. First out for the Diamondbacks this inning. Pinky Whitney is 2 for 2. Drew is their next hitter who hits 119, so I am going to walk him. Which I don't usually like to do, but we're going to bring the corners in for Drew. Try to get the force at home if I need to. And that's a base hit. That's going to be 6, and it's going to be 7-0. Drew is safe at second at a double. With a double, Whitney moves to third base, and that is going to be it for Silver King. We have a lefty, a switchy, and a right. Let's see if I can bring somebody in who's good with lefties. We got Lefferts at 216. Hoffman, I think, would be my stopper. We're going to bring Anderson. No, not Rob Anderson. Let's see here. Who do I bring in? We're going to bring in Lefferts. Craig Lefferts. Well, hang on. I got a question about the San Diego rotation here. Is he in it? No, we could bring Lefferts in. We could bring Lefferts in, and that's what we will do. So Craig Lefferts enters the game for San Diego after King's performance that has the Padres trailing by 7. Lefferts is 0-2 on the year, a 2.93 ERA, 15 and a third innings pitched, 8 hits, 2 home runs given up, 6 walks given up, and 6 strikeouts. His whip, way better than what it should be at 9.13, and his opponent's batting average is 151. So Miggy Montero back up. He's 1 for 2 today. Let's see what Lefferts can do. That's hit up the middle. That's going to make it 9-0. And Montero on board with a double. Quinton McCracken will try to break the game a little farther open for the Diamondbacks. A 9-0 lead. To Davis, over to Gonzalez for the out. That's 2 outs now. Chris Young, 1 for 2. Had a homer earlier in this game. And now he's got a base hit that goes all the way to the wall. Young in there with a double. And it's 10-0 in favor of Arizona. We go back to the top of the order again. 4th time up for Arizona. 4th time through the lineup. Jackie Jensen is 0 for 2. And that stays up. Line drive, Averill made the putout. And the side finally and mercifully over and retired for the Diamondbacks. But they pick up 5. And after 4.5, it is 10-0. The Diamondbacks mauling the Padres. Julio Veras is 0 for 1. Up the middle, and that's your first base hit of the game for the Padres. And Julio is a threat to steal, but no way are we going to start stealing bases down 10 here. Santiago is 0 for 1. That's up the middle. And it's a 1-4-3 double play. And now it's Chase Headley who is 0 for 1 on the day. Foul. Easily foul. Count is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this is hit to Womack over to first, and the side retired. For San Diego in their 5th, after 5, it's 10-0 Diamondbacks. Womack is 3 for 3, looking for his 4th hit of the day. Gonzalez unassisted, and there is 1 gone. Back to the game. Gonzalez is 0 for 2. And that's a foul ball. So we'll do it again. 0-1 count. Skied to right. Gwynn coming in hard, and that's the second out, I beg your pardon. Tracy is 0 for 2. To right, Gwynn catches the line drive, and it's 1-2-3 for Arizona in their 6th. We've played 5.5. It's 10-0. Arizona leading. And Phil Clark back to the plate. He is 0 for 1 on the day. Imagine we'll see a few substitutions if the score stays the way it is right now. And Clark aboard with a base on balls. That is number 3 on the game for Clarkson. George Davis is 0 for 2. Skies to center. Young gives it chase and makes the catch. Clark has to stay where he is. 1 out. Gwynn is 0 for 2 on the day. Hits it well to right, but Jensen's going to get to it. Out number 2. Gene Richards is 0 for 1. Drew to Womack, and that's the force they needed for the 3rd out. We've played 6, 10-10-0 for Arizona, 0-1-1 for San Diego. Arizona has left 3 on base, and the Padres have left 2. Lefferts out there for his 3rd inning of work. He's actually pitched an inning in 2/3. And he'll work Whitney here. Skies it to left, and Richards will make the putout for the 1st out. Drew, 1 for 2. trying to improve his 133 average. Gonzalez unassisted for the second out. And we're an out away from stretch time. Montero, 2 for 3. Grounder up the middle. Veras to Gonzalez. 7th inning stretch time, folks. Bump, 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 bump. And we're back, folks. Looks like the outcome here has already been decided. I feel like Skip Carey, the late great Skip Carey, who I once got to meet in 1996 when he said, if you want to turn the game off, that's fine, but just make sure you visit our sponsors. Earl Averill is 0 for 1. Clarkson has 85 pitches. And Averill aboard with a base on ball. That is walk number 4 issued by Clarkson. That brings up Tony Gonzalez. He is 0 for 2. Hit to the wall. No, it's a home run. Gonzalez with a line drive that confused me. Just like the runners just confused me. Did they commit an out there? One of them got in front of the other one. In real life, that would have been, we just passed the 4th of July, and that was in 1976. Tim McCarver made an out hitting a grand slam because he ran past the runner at first base. So San Diego cuts it to 10-2, and Veras is up. He hits 1 for 2, hitting 1 for 2. Clarkson to Tracy. I was mentioning at the top of the show we got the tropical storm Elsa coming in, or that's what it's sounding like it's going to be. Could get to hurricane, who knows. And, of course, the Rays are playing at home in these next 3 days against the Indians, so they might have to postpone the Tuesday game and play a doubleheader. That would be my guess. Don't know if that's actually going to happen. Santiago, a base hit to the left. He is not going to go to second, even though he's got 51% odds of making it. You want to keep your runners on base, and you don't want to commit outs on the base paths here down a bunch of runs. It's a 2-swing game, though. It was a 3-swing game just a minute ago. Headley is 0 for 2. Grounded to first. Tracy over to Drew to get the out there, force at second. And there are now 2 outs. Phil Clark will be up 0 for 1. A strikeout. And that retires the side for San Diego in the 7th, but they did pick up 2. And after 7, it's 10-2 Arizona. Each team has are pretty close to in the hit column than they are to the run column. Whereas Arizona's 10-10-0 and San Diego is 2-3-1 right now. McCracken 0 for 2. Lefferts out there for a 4th inning. And that is a line drive to Richards. He grabs it first out of the inning. Lefferts so far in this game has pitched 3 innings, 2 hits. No walks, no strikeouts. He has done well in relief. Here's Young, 2 for 3. And now Arizona will go through their lineup a 5th time off of that strikeout. K number 1 for Lefferts in this game. He's at 46 pitches, so I will probably leave him out there for the 9th. Jensen 0 for 3 and a walk. Skies it to right. Gwynn coming in, makes the put out. A great play. And the side retired for Arizona in the 10th. We have played in the 10th? No, the 8th. 7.5 gone by. 10-2. Arizona leading. George Davis is 0 for 3. You're not going to bunt here. Whitney, Tracy, 1 out. Gwynn is 0 for 3 on the day. His batting average getting near the Mendoza line at 217. Up the middle, Clarkson stabs it over the Tracy for the 2nd out. And Arizona can count the outs down now. They're down to 4. Gene Richards is 0 for 2. That's a strikeout. 3rd of the day for Clarkson. Being told that Lefferts looks strong. I'm going to leave him in, unless he gets into any trouble. And Womack is going to start the ninth inning. He's 3 for 4. Do I want to make any substitutions here? Well, let's see. Venable is a 7 in right. Bip Roberts is a 3. Yeah, it's short at second base. I'm gonna. Well, let's see. Where are we? Where are we on the? Yeah, it's not unlikely that Gwynn's gonna hit again. So I'm gonna pull him, and I'm gonna put Venable in at right field, and that's gonna be the only change I make. Lefferts pitching to Womack. He is 3 for 4. Skies at the right to Venable. First out. Gonzalez is 0 for 3. Again, the right field. Venable there again. Second out. Actually, no. It was a line drive. Do I drive with Venable? Yes, I do. And, he didn't get it. And Gonzalez is at second base. So Venable, I don't want him getting hurt. So Gonzalez is on board with a double. Tracy 0 for 4. Taveras over to first. 2 outs. And we'll leave Lefferts in for Pinky Whitney. Skies at the left, looking for his second home run of the day, but he will not get it as Richards claims it at the warning track. 8.5 gone by. It is 10-2. Arizona leading. And here is Earl Averill, who is 0 for 1. Now, he hits righties 324. Do I have anybody that hits righties better than that? No, my best righty is Roberts with a 300. Line drive, foul ball. Might bring in Bip Roberts when Veras hits. And that's a walk? Yes, it is. Walk number 5 for Clarkson, who is at 126 pitches. Getting close to that limit of 150, but he should be able to complete the game and throw a CG. Gonzalez is 1 for 3. Sharply hit the right field, a base hit. Now San Diego has runners at first and second. I'm being asked if I want to send Averill to third, but he's only got a 52% chance. We'll just leave him at first and second and bring in Bip Roberts. Bip, bip, bip. Bip Roberts on the year is 2 for 10. A 200 batting average. Hasn't done anything beyond that. Was a good hitter in his day. I think he had a consecutive hit streak that was in record territory back in the 90s. Up the middle, Clarkson only has one play to Tracy, and that moves the runners to second and third. Santiago's up. I might as well just empty the bench here. We're going to put the Bard in. Josh Bard. He is 3 for 15 on the year. 200 batting average. Has 2 ribbies. He struck out. That's number 4 for Clarkson. And that brings up Chase Headley. And we're going to bring in Nevin to pinch hit for him. Who is a lefty? No, actually, he's a righty. Nevin is 0 for 5. Can Clarkson get the complete game here? Grounder to second, Womark, and there it is. Over the Tracy for the 4-3 ground out. So, emptied the bench a little bit. And Arizona wins in a breeze 10-2. Took 3 hours and 16 minutes to play, although you saw it in 33 minutes. Although I'll have a little splicing to do with this particular tape because I showed you the trouble that I had in the beginning of it. The MVP was John Clarkson. He deserved it. He went the distance, and he did not stop. He went 9, gave up 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned, walked 5, struck out 4. King, 4 1/3. He lost. He's 1-2. Clarkson, by the way, 1-1. 8 hits, 9 runs, 8 of them earned, gave up 2 gopher balls, 3 walks, 1 K. Lefferts in relief was pretty darn sharp. 4 2/3 inning pitched, 3 hits, 1 run earned, 1 strikeout. So that'll do it for this installment of the HTBL. We will not be doing a game tomorrow, July 6th, because I will be dealing with a woman named Elsa. And we hope that the difficulty she gives us here in the Tampa Bay area will be minimal. This has been Big Polly coming to you, wishing you well. I hope you all had a happy 4th of July. Godspeed and God bless. We'll do it all again soon, and bye-bye for now, everybody.